This is our VH1 era.
From the Isle of Previously.
Conspiracy theory.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm on Sexy Watch.
Goal Watch.
Clone watch.
Tyron.
Read alert.
Tyra 2 list.
Double.
Captions crunch.
It's so nice to wear.
You want to wear that top?
My hair bill.
Working models who are working.
It's good, it's round. 23.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another... I was about to say cycle. It's not. It's just another episode. These episode numbers being very different cycle by cycle now is very confusing, because I was like, 13? Too many! It's just another episode of Cycle 23 of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm JDB Crump, and oh, it's like to practice.
I'm Lex Basile Price, and I would say drink through a straw.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and being an ambassador is never easy.
It truly isn't. Like, we're being ambassadors of great content. And like I said, this is Cycle 23, Episode 13. I roll brand like a boss.
To business and beyond.
Where's my bed and my bath?
Or, as I like to retitle it, the girl who wins a Rimmel's worth of makeup.
And if you think we deserve a Rummel worth of makeup...
A Rimmel's worth!
And if you just figured out what the Rummel is...
You can become part of the Lead'em Pod by clicking the Clixel. It's just a link. It's a hyperlink in the episode description for as little as 99 cents a month. You got $1. You got a Rummel dollar.
I think that's £1.
Ooh. I had to do the emotional, spiritual, physical work of watching the recap behind the scenes beyond the Flash.
I'm sorry. That's such a good title.
I know.
That is the best title of the entire cycle by far.
Way better than anything else they produced.
It's so true Hollywood story.
Before you get into your Sisyphean task that you need to do every single cycle, Lex, let's talk about how we viewed this episode.
Ooh.
Great.
Because we also need to shout out our Lead'em Pod.
Perfect.
Because luckily, we made it through most of this cycle before Hulu finally pulled out.
You're saying Sisyphus, I'm going to say the sword of Damocles swung. And the episodes are no longer with us.
Also, I want to be anecdotal about this. I didn't notice. And then the Lead'em Pod noticed first. And I was like, oh, they're confused. Because
here's the thing. If you don't reload Hulu, if you just keep it up on your browser, it doesn't let you know. So to me, it looked like it expired on August 2nd.
And so then we put out a shout to the Discord, which anyone can join. And we were like, hey, through whatever means.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of fierce.
Yeah. Does anyone have the last 2 episodes? That's all we need from this cycle. We're all set for cycle 24. And y'all came out swinging. Links on links on links on links. It was very
I thought
heartening.
links were endangered, but apparently not.
High quality, not slowed down, not sped up.
Yeah.
So impressive.
Were they reversed?
No, none of them. Not even mirrored. I thought we would get a lot of mirrored ones, which I would have dealt with. But no, these are just, I think at some point, my theory, who knows, is that these were on VH1.com at some point, and that's where people got these files that they may or may not have had.
Who knows? We won't say people's names. We'll protect your anonymity.
Yeah, and there's a lot of you, so it'd be a group task.
A disgruntled Rita Ora, after getting fired from this cycle, released them into the wild.
Let the truth be heard. But because I am an archetypical Virgo, I did watch the episodes way before they were removed unceremoniously. And I had the recap because that would have been impossible otherwise. Yes. So This is one of the weirdest recaps I've ever watched.
Ooh.
It was non-chronological. I'm not saying it was all bad, but it was confusing, and once we got to the end, I was like, we should have stopped halfway through. So it reminded us of the Triple Bs, which thankfully it was a reminder because I didn't remember them. Business, Boss, and Brand. And then there was a weird trailer leading into this episode that is so long, and it makes it seem like they put the models through like boot camp during the season.
Huh.
So wait, was it a trailer for the recap?
Yes. It was like what we're gonna see.
Like they've been doing before the ad breaks with the here's what's coming up.
Yes.
But like supersized.
Uh-huh.
No thanks.
There was
Their low self-esteem clips where they're not trusting will come back. Yeah.
There was no footage of casting. This is probably the least amount of notes I've ever had for a recap because you'll understand. But the stuff they did show was kind of interesting. So, after Courtney won the lingerie video from DJ Khaled, Binta at the space asked Courtney to apologize and acknowledge that her success was in part due to Binta. And Courtney's response was, I'm not going to let you take this away from me. And then when they all got home, the video was playing. Everyone watched, and Paige especially is flabbergasted. Everyone is like agog at the video. And like, clearly they're like, oh, Binta was right. It was wild.
I'm so sad that wasn't in the episode proper.
Well, they had to make Binta look crazy.
That's really interesting that they did that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that makes me wonder if this was I want the behind the scenes of why that happened.
Like, they
You know what
only
I mean?
realized halfway through editing that Courtney was a pill, and so then they were like, well, let's put it back in, I guess.
In the recap, yeah.
There was a Marissa fight montage with nothing new, so we saw it all.
So it feels like this was actually more of a recap than normal. It feels like the recap is normally those, like, old school that challenge the shit they should have shown.
Yes. Yes.
But it sounds like this time you're a little like, it was kind of a recap with some bonus DVD features.
Yeah. But normally the top model recaps are like, this happens. They only frame it in the way of going through the episode eliminations.
I love that you think that I know what a top model recap episode is
I
like.
know. Okay, well, normally
Because as I announced canonically in the first season of this podcast, I have not, nor will I ever, watch a recap episode.
there was an extra clip of, at Makeover Day, the stylist explaining the coloring process to Cherish Waters and how she could, her hair would go back to normal. And then she threatens him and says, I know where you work.
Cherish!
Why do we get so few episodes with Cherish Waters?
We could have gotten her back.
Uh-huh.
That's the only person I wanted more back than Gia. Just more Cherish Waters.
For some reason, they show us the black and white makeover shots.
Here?
How
did the contestants get them? Remember how Paige had hers?
Yes.
How did they get them?
How did they get any pictures, JW?
These must have been at some point on VH1.com.
We've never seen
anyone
a
be
lookbook.
handed a photo or a book.
No one has a portfolio.
That's why. I mean, when you do go-sees in the first episode of the cycle, I guess that's what happens.
I also just realized that because they've done so much video work, their portfolio is so small. It would have to be like a USB drive of video footage.
Don't forget screen captures.
Can you imagine a portfolio of all these screen captures and then like make a demo reel, you
So
dum-dum?
professional.
They don't need a portfolio. They've got Instagram. Then this is where the recap takes a hard left. And that's because they give every judge their own like little segment to, we either, talk about their process, what they're looking for.
To audition for the role of host of Cycle 24 of America's Next Top Model.
And Rita Ora's is backstory with kid pictures.
Oh.
And we have all the judges get the talking head in the void.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
We have an entire section about Courtney's Kigurumi.
Honestly, great. That's the kind of footage I want out of something like this.
They also, apparently Phil wasn't happy that he was shown to be so cheap and only let them have one thing, because they make it seem like they got way more at Phil's.
Then backpacks.
Thousands of dollars worth of merch. But then Marissa comes back and says that her jacket was $11,000. Yes, that jacket was $11,000.
What?
And then there was a Rita voiceover at that, and she goes, "Ugh, I'm so jealous. Those clothes were beyond sick." They added voiceover to the recap.
Read alert.
You know what they should have done? Okay, you know how in Canada's Drag Race, RuPaul still does the voiceover?
Yes.
They should have had Tyra.
Tyra should have done the voiceover, but she's seeing everything for the first time.
and it's good fairy Tyra again.
Ooh. They try to reframe Justine collapsing as everyone got sick all the time.
Not boiling hot warehouse.
Was there a montage of people falling down the stairs in ways that we hadn't seen?
No, but then there was. Okay. This was all to lead into Courtney. And Paige, my darling Paige, says about Courtney, she might be a slight hypochondriac. I'm sensitive to it. I know she has allergies and is prone to falling downstairs.
She's allergic to stairs.
Yep.
I love that because it makes it sound like Paige suspects Courtney of Munchausening herself.
Yes. It's Munchausen's, not by proxy.
Yes, just Munchausen's.
I wonder if we watched episodes of Paige's Netflix show Instant Dream Home, if she's always asking them to take away stairs. If she's like gotten so much trauma from these stairs, she's like, you know what we're going to do? Open concept. No
Ranch
stairs.
house.
One floor.
High ceilings.
Also, are there any nuts in this house?
They're usually in cosmetics. Law's talking head void is especially good because it's the way that Law Roach views like their job as an image architect and like why they. It's just I have been flabbergasted in the way that my opinion has changed, and this is
I've done a
additional
full 180. I am a Law Roach fan. I've started reading more about Law Roach in my everyday life.
Did a great interview with New York Magazine when they retired.
You suggested that in a previous episode, and I've now experienced that. It's amazing. It's immaculate.
Yeah, so interesting.
Paige provided bikini wax services in Paige Palace.
Okay.
Is that where the tarot reading took place?
Probably.
Too?
And we see her doing it on Gia.
Okay.
We also see Gia and Justine in a bubble bath where someone farted and neither of them will admit it. And then they just slide over and Marissa's watching them while straightening her hair, looking so disgusted.
I wish it was super cartoony, like it went like you fart in a bubble bath and one perfect big bubble comes up
out,
and that's the fart.
Yeah, it's got the word fart enclosed and then it pops and it dissipates.
There was, of course, Truth or Dare. Tatiana was asked what her biggest fear is, and her answer was amounting to less than like what I foresee for myself.
Interesting wording.
Paige's dare was to lick the toilet seat, which she did.
Oh boy.
Marissa's was kiss India, and Kyle was a pill.
Of course.
Gia's was run around house naked and lap dance Courtney. Didn't have a problem with it. And when Stacey McKenzie visited the house, she was accompanied by a shirtless male model who served them burgers. What?
What a twist at the end there. Burgers.
Also, you weren't kidding about the non-chronological order of this, because this is like blockchain time theory where past, present, and future are all happening at once. Like, what?
The first and only Cherish Waters talking head we get in this is her saying, bleep, then it begins, you know? Like, bring it on. Clicks
She tongue
tongue.
pop.
Yes.
Glorious.
Then there's just this whole energy of like, they're apologizing for being top model.
Of course
Yeah.
they are.
Because they have been all cycle.
Because now at this part of the episode, in the last third, is when they do the chronological elimination order. Now, and then they grouped Tosh, Gia, and Chrislian as fan favorite.
Say those names again for me, please.
Tosh,
Uh-huh.
Gia, and
Uh-huh.
Chrislian.
So, Gia.
And no words were spoken so that they could spend more time on Kyle's elimination.
Woo.
Also, they make it seem like Tosh came back after Paige left. It's very weird.
Huh.
And the last note I wrote, that is shown during the final four montage. There's no who will win. This.
No
No,
adjectives.
I was about to say there's no nicknames for them.
Aw.
So during the final four montage, we see that there were multiple takes of glass punching, but they still went with the ones they chose.
Oh
Anyways,
my
that's
gosh.
it. I've told you, it was one of the weirdest episodes I've watched. You could, and I would suggest, if you listeners, I guess you can't find it anywhere, but if you could, the first half, 2/3, it's not bad. It's weird.
Yeah.
It almost would have worked as a trailer for the season
Yeah. That's
if
what it
they
sounds
just
like,
cut out
truly.
the elimination bullshit.
I gotta say, too, it seems odd. Because this is 2016, right? When this is
Mm.
airing originally, I think. It seems even odd to even have a clip show episode.
2017.
I feel
Yes.
2017, even weirder then. Like, it feels like those really went away for the most part by then, because as soon as DVR was introduced,
Mm-hmm.
and then streaming and those kind of things, clip shows became less necessary. So it's kind of
Yeah.
odd to me that this even exists.
Yes. It definitely feels like a relic. I agree.
Like, if you had told me that Top Model stopped having clip shows around like cycle 10, 11, whatever, I'd have been like, yeah, absolutely. Of course they did. Why would they have them after that? And they've had them pretty much every single cycle. It's so weird.
Mhm. It's this relic that's just stuck around.
I will tell you, though, on Love Island, there is a recap
I'll take.
episode once a week called Unseen Bits.
Okay, but that makes
Even
sense
again,
because,
that's unseen. That's different.
and I would
Yes,
argue, perhaps, because there are too many episodes of Love Island,
Everybody knows that, yes.
that you could just watch that and maybe get a feel.
I don't know. I've never watched one. I don't watch Unseen Bits either.
I say this as someone who watches all 3 episodes a week of Big Brother each year, and I still think Love Island has too many episodes.
It does have too many episodes, especially UK. UK literally has like 65 episodes a season.
Let me just say, though, all of Big Brother, because it's the middle of the summer where we're recording this, so we're expecting the unexpected every day now. I never know how many episodes of Big Brother I have to catch up on. For some reason, Big Brother's a show that if you told me I had 1 right now to catch up on, or 17, I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
I can tell you why. It's because of the days that they're on.
Yeah.
I never remember, are they on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday? And then it's like, oh, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. That's why you don't ever remember. And the Thursday is the elimination day.
Yeah.
So Sunday, it's confusing.
Do they still have a live feed that you can watch all the time,
Mhm.
though? Because that's
Yes,
that's
they
the
do.
controversy.
That's really where you don't need a clip show. If you could literally watch them constantly like a fishbowl.
Yeah.
So they do, Hannah, but there's been controversy because they've been cutting it out more often.
Mhm.
Oh. Because
Because
wasn't there a big scandal a couple seasons ago where they caught people being super racist?
that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much everyone, every season,
But like
unfortunately.
specifically
yes.
on the
Yeah.
on that feed, yeah.
So what's happened is because internet sleuths are so good at what they do,
Mhm.
and now clip grabbing, recording, screen grabbing technology has gotten so efficient and good that there are people that basically can edit together the real episode of what really happened quicker on TikTok than you even get the episode out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of fascinating that production's in this weird place where, and sorry, I'm just fully talking about Big Brother now on our Top Model podcast, but it's a
it's really
competitive-
interesting though.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the show's in this odd place where it's editing the actual episodes in real time to produce a narrative and a story that they want to present to the audience, but they're also getting real-time feedback from people editing the live feeds together and showing these clips of how people in the world are receiving these contestants. So it's truly, I would be fascinated to talk to like the main editors of Big Brother and be like, what's the process? How do you figure out what to include and what to not include? Because you must, the post-production team
like one of the
must be
hardest
hundreds
jobs.
of people.
One of the hardest jobs in TV right now.
No, I honestly wonder that about Love Island too, because the turnaround is so quick because there's a new episode 6 days a week. And it's like, how do you even keep on top of the stories that you're editing and producing?
Because what if you are editing together a storyline and then someone in real time does something that diametrically is opposed to what you're editing?
Yep.
Do you just scrap it? Do you just try to make it work? Like, that'd be so frustrating.
The fascinating thing to me is that it leads to people getting a lot of screen time who the public doesn't like.
Oh, you mean the British guy, Aaron or whatever? That's
yes,
super
Traitors Aaron. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He won Traitors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It just sounded like you said traitorous Aaron. Like that was
he also was.
Yeah.
Why does the previously make it seem like Corianne won the acting challenge, and that also
Previously's really committed to Corianne,
and that the acting
we know
challenge
who previously wants to win
was the main challenge, and makeup was the silly mini.
They clearly asked these 4 contestants to sit so close together for this shot.
Close
they
together.
are impossibly close to each other.
Half of Tatiana's snack is in Courtney's mouth.
That would have actually been better for Tatiana, because Tatiana is a rambler, y'all.
Burbling and babbling about what she's good at and not good at as a model.
I started not understanding what she was saying. Like,
Me
it became
too. I fully got lost.
incomprehensible.
But y'all, we have a new secret bitch winner of all time. 'Cause quiet Lil India listens to Tatiana babble about what she's bad at, takes those weaknesses and says out loud, "It's so funny, but I never noticed until you laid it all out that I have none of those weaknesses."
I adore that India used Tatiana's makeup babbling to compliment herself.
It was amazing.
And that is kind of, in just this episode so far, India's new storyline is her being like, well, actually could win because I'm so good.
I've won every video.
Wow.
Corianne, new name formatting, smushed, a big, has a phone call with her mom.
Have we ever noticed the rose gold rotary phone that they use? This is the first time I noticed it.
And it is impossible to see what the art is because of the 2 camera shots they have set up.
This is going to lead later into some examination of a relationship.
Yeah.
Here. But Corianne really regresses quickly on the phone call, I thought, with her mom. Becomes way more childlike.
I cried watching this. I
Me
found
too.
this very moving, and like you could just see how much trauma has yet to be unpacked.
Yes. But also, it made me kind of rethink that Corianne conversation about Courtney's mother. And, you know, because we were like, she was crying because she'd never heard something so terrible before. But I wonder if there's a world where it hit something that Corianne had not named within herself. And an emotion came up that she just couldn't even like recognize, but was incredibly like lodged
Powerful.
in her and
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense, Lex, that read.
Yeah, we're watching, and for Top Model, it's a lot more on the forefront than I feel like they usually like to like one and done these. We've seen like a full cycle arc visiting here and there in small doses, like Corianne examining her childhood. And I'll say this. We'll obviously, I think, talk more about it when the prize happens. But I thought for what, as it's edited, this feels like this conversation for the mom came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Like,
Sure.
like just answered rose gold phone, broke down. I thought she handled things pretty well. Like, it felt very, like, I could see it from her perspective of like, wait, I was not prepared
Sure.
for this
Mhm.
conversation right now.
I think for me, because of my own personal experience, lines like, I never have to worry about you,
Yeah, that pings something for me too.
in a way of like, oh, and in like a more fun way, in a professional way. I'm the actor, brag, that directors will usually be like, oh, don't worry about them. They'll get it. I have to focus my attention on this other person, which then sometimes leads to me not being very as good as I could be because I wasn't the problem child. But that also was me as a kid too.
I just saw a headline from Reductress that was like, woman who's great at job rewarded with more work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's very that.
Yeah. And I just, that's hard hearing from your mom.
Yeah.
That you already seem to have kind of a strained relationship with.
I thought it sort of rode the wave for me because it was clear that getting validation from her mom was very meaningful
Yes.
to her, and knowing that her mom was okay was also very meaningful for her. But it does feel like there's lots of feelings that she hasn't really allowed herself to have toward her mother yet.
Yeah.
It has been really nice to see this organically unfold without any therapy Dr. Phil stuff from Tyra.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Because you know what this would have been if Tyra had been involved.
She would have then been
Ooh,
like,
the
my
Tyra show
mother.
interviewing of this.
Oof.
She would have brought her mother and been
Ooh.
like, look at our great relationship. I call fucking shenanigans. I call shenanigans on this Rita alert.
Yeah.
I think my theory that we aren't seeing the Rita alerts as they were on VH1 holds water now. Because this Rita alert, she's wearing the clothes that she's going to wear in panel later. So how does she record it here when she already recorded? What's going on?
I found these read alerts baffling.
Yeah.
Both
They
of
were
them in the
very
episode.
strange.
When? Where? How?
She recorded things in her hotel room, and then when they released it on Hulu, they said, this looks bad for Rita. And they had all these backup recordings or something. It's fucking weird.
Well, this one's especially odd because basically the Rita alert is for them to go downstairs so that someone from production can sneak in stuff to the room-ol, so that then they just have to go back upstairs.
Oh, that's why she said don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
because
was literally.
they needed to bring in the Rumal pads.
Like, I bet if you really bumped up the sound on your TV, you could hear, like, people going up the stairs, like, "Boop, boop, 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 boop. Careful the stairs."
And then someone falling.
Yeah. Oh, oh, boop.
Thank God we brought 2 extra Rumal pads.
Tatiana was so activated by those Rumal pads.
Uh,
No one has ever figured out technology more quickly.
I'll say, of all the augmented reality apps that this show has purported to show us, this one looked like it mostly worked in that it changed the lip color.
sure. The way that Zoom does. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
India grows a lot on me this episode, but one thing I will say is that India is no Paige.
No.
Because they give her a line to read that clearly would have been given to Paige if she were still here, but in India it comes out like this. You can choose different products and put them on yourself. It was fun.
I'm sorry, the entire episode, I was like, you need Paige for this episode.
She would have killed
She
every
would've-
single part of this episode.
This is how Paige comes in third place, is
Yes.
surviving this episode by just being the most brand ambassador that anyone possibly could. So, we get some great top model math before we leave this scene, where Courtney, who's getting a lot of talking heads now, says, right now I have a 1 in 4 chance, and I'm going to keep working till it's a 1 in 1 chance.
Never happens on the show, Courtney.
Also, that's no longer a chance.
100% chance of rain.
Yeah.
She also says, and
Courtney's playing board games with herself, and like, I won Candyland against me.
I lost Candyland against me.
How?
I wouldn't let me cheat. She also says, and I know what she was trying to say, but the wording of this was so funny to me, that getting the makeup campaign is a big deal. And she says, your face is out there. To have that on your resume as a model? And I was just picturing resume that's like face out there. Here you go.
I will say, I did kind of like these brand packets that they were given. They seemed comprehensive.
Yes.
They seem different enough, too, that you could tell the difference.
Mm-hmm. They included, like, different London... Like, they broke up Rimmel things by neighborhood,
Mhm.
London neighborhood, and like the vibe. Though I loved Shoreditch is very hipster.
Yeah, these actually seemed usable. It makes the eventual result of how everyone does a little so lackluster because it felt like they were given all the tools to succeed.
All the time.
Mhm.
So they arrive at Rim Studio Space in Queens? Meatpacking?
Yeah.
I thought they were implying Brooklyn with all the bridge shots, but never
Maybe.
actually told us where they
Oh.
were.
Why have we stopped telling us where we are?
I don't know.
They were
did, though,
so
at some
hard
point.
on it.
Yeah.
Where we meet Kathy Jung, a makeup artist, and Rita's friend. Did y'all look up Kathy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's like famous.
She
Where's
should
the
have hosted
biography?
Top Model.
Where is the autobiography, and can I read it?
Because y'all, she was George Michael's only girlfriend.
And they were together for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yes. She was
what's-
in the I Want Your Sex video.
And what's fascinating is she's only gotten more famous since the
Yes!
show, and she was already so famous. There was this, I'm sure both of you found it, but the Variety.com article where she discusses doing Aubrey Plaza's red lip
yeah.
for SNL, and I'm like, she's so good at her job that she had a whole interview about one freaking lip.
It's also the rare person whose interviews you read where you're like, oh, they just seem professional and interesting
And normal.
really great. Yeah.
And normal.
And like a real expert, like the
Mhm.
way you want an expert to be.
She also did the David Bowie and Tilda Swinton music video.
Yeah.
Like, she's done a lot of stuff. And
It
she's
sounds like she
introduced...
did everything for Gwen Stefani for a period of
Yeah.
like 5 years, including her full fashion label.
and Pink. But, like, she's introduced here as, like, Rita's friend. It's so strange.
It's like you didn't want to let her talk more?
And
Really?
on top of that, speaking of that, Hannah, on top of all that, sometimes people are such good experts, but they're behind the scenes folks, so they're
Right.
not maybe great on camera, but she's also such a good speaker. She's got a lovely speaking voice. She's so succinct. She's so clear. She's so encouraging. I'm just like, where's the makeup show hosted? Or at least she's the secondary judge,
Right?
who's like the expert. Where is she on Glow Up or something?
Honestly.
They're told that their challenge is that they're going to be a brand ambassador by doing each other's makeup and then a beauty shot. And Tatiana says one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever heard in my life. As someone who owns a skincare brand, they aren't their own brand ambassador? What are you fucking talking about?
This was absolutely Tatiana, who hates acting with a passion that we've never seen on this show, getting ahead of this narrative. Because Tatiana's like, I know I'm not going to win this, and I'm getting ahead of this right now. I'm constructing the narrative.
But it's like, it's a small business that you keep talking about, but you don't do any sort of brand ambassador stuff? That's ridiculous.
It's so strange to me when she has been so comfortable in panel, seemingly all cycle, that she has a pathology around public speaking in this way, is what it
Ooh.
comes off as.
Yeah.
Because the way she's like, nope, I can just say the things that I prepare and that's it. And anybody who doesn't just say the things that they prepare and shows any sort of personality or ever stumbles over their words did it wrong.
Yeah.
So weird.
And I'm so used to her being very cool, very collected,
Yeah.
very chill. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because this isn't acting. This should be something that she's theoretically good at.
Mm-hmm. And not nervous for, not pressed about.
Right.
I agree. I do think it's in that murky territory of what some people would consider acting, though, because you've sort of got lines that you're
Hosting.
memorizing. It is hosting.
I think it's more character. I think whenever Tatiana hears the word character, she just like panics.
Yeah. Imagine if she came in swinging with like, old lady.
What's your real Kennedy Davenport take on it?
Where did Tatiana get that breastplate?
Why did she need it?
Why'd she have bread? Where'd she get bread? What? Okay, before we get to the pairs, did anyone else feel like Rita was dressed like she was in a production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown?
Yeah, I wrote, she's wearing Charlie Brown couture.
And it was also layered, so it was like the fabric, you could see more underneath it.
Yeah.
It was so ugly.
I'll say,
loved the earrings.
Yes.
That had nothing to do with the outfit.
the outfit.
They were so fun.
But they were gorgeous. I
But
love the earrings so much.
They were as beautiful as this dress was ugly.
I think it's so funny how that version of a jagged stripe is so
Yes.
Charlie Brown coded for us that we all thought that.
Oh yeah.
We're like, oh, it's
There's
Charlie
nothing else
Brown.
you can think. And I was, before this started, I was like, please just let the black women do each other's makeup.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no.
No drama. Drama must occur. So Courtney and Tatiana and Corianne and India,
We do get the list of what everyone's supposed to do.
which I like.
Except here,
Yes.
brand ambassador Rita Ora says that one of them is classy sophisticated. And later on, we'll say that it's classic sophisticated, which is not great for your brand ambassador.
And I'm going to argue different.
Different.
Distinctive.
Absolutely.
So Tatiana is going to, on Courtney, give her bold punk chic. Courtney will give Tatiana classy, classic, sophisticated.
Classic.
Corianne will give India edgy, cool, street style. Also, all of them kind of end in style.
Your style is style.
Yep. And India's going to give Corianne elegant, glamorous, which my notes autocorrected to eloquent, glamorous.
But also, why would it not be elegant glamour?
I don't know.
They got 15 minutes to study, but really review because they had all night to study this packet.
As India tells us.
And Corianne has this fully memorized.
Mhm.
Corianne is just repeating it word for word to India, who then is like, oh, I got it.
Through this process, Corianne has discovered she is a reader and does
Yes!
like books.
I think the show is weirdly really good for Corianne in terms of personal growth.
Yeah.
And Tatiana refuses to work with Courtney. And then you basically have the side by side of Courtney and Tatiana not speaking to each other, and then Corianne and India quizzing each other and realizing that they know it.
To be fair, I didn't really think working together for this 15 minutes was necessary.
I think the quizzing was good.
Everybody learns different. Like,
Sure.
they were technically in teams, but they didn't really have to work together, if
Sure.
that makes sense.
It was just using a resource that was there.
Mhm.
The only thing is, though, you said that Courtney and Tatiana aren't talking to each other, but they do eventually because Tatiana starts getting nervous and Courtney's like, no, not, you're going to be touching my face. Stop getting nervous.
Your nervousness will excrete almond oils.
Yeah.
Will aggravate my face.
Her last great allergy is lack of confidence.
Tatiana, I know you ate almonds, and it comes out in sweat. That's a known fact.
My elbow throbs when the weather gets anxious.
Who said? I wrote it as a quote opportunity, but I couldn't remember who said it, so I didn't choose it.
I love the phrase quote opportunity.
Yeah. Quotertunity. Who's ready, Freddy? Oh God, save us all.
That was India
Yeah.
holding up the eyeliner like a millimeter away from Corianne's face. That's what Corianne is hearing. Eyes closed. India breathing onto her saying, ready, Freddy? Oh God, save us all.
I'm sorry, y'all. India's awful at this.
Terrible.
Good.
Like, everyone else does something good. India's awful. And what's so funny is Corianne is being so gently
supportive.
encouraging. Just like, uh-huh. Because when she names something, Corianne's like, mm-hmm. Okay.
And also, the worst part about it, other than that not very good beginning, is India doesn't speak at all during makeup application. She like front loaded all her information and then just went, all right.
And now silent makeup work.
And Rita, something about the challenge that this is Rimmel, which clearly does mean a lot to Rita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Kathy
Which I
is
like.
there. Rita is not here for any of this in a really funny way because her staring with a pained expression into the middle distance as India shakes eyeliner all over Corianne's face. And then she tries to lob her like a softball question, but does it in the most tired way. It's so funny.
There's also a blink and you'll miss it when India's getting so cringe that Courtney starts looking to the side to not watch her. That's how bad it gets.
And then it looks even worse when Corianne goes next. And this is the most personality Corianne has ever had. Like,
so charming, so cute.
Good.
I love when she was like, every angle. Just like, I'm going to show you all of it, whatever.
I loved just a little something for dramaticism.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute.
Mm-hmm. We haven't talked about this yet, but the lighting in the Rimmel warehouse. This all pink lighting.
It's very like sex clubby. Like,
Yeah.
but like, ooh, fun sex club. Not like,
but like daytime sex club.
Yeah, not like a dangerous downtown nighttime sex club, but like ooh, it's a flirty, we're going here for our bachelorette party sex club.
Yeah, it's more museum of sex lighting.
Yes. I fucking cannot with this fucking blue eye color shape that we've become obsessed with.
Obsessed. I did think that Tatiana applied the best makeup.
Makes sense to me because she's been in that room every day. She's probably very good at product.
She also said she's never put makeup on a friend before.
I'm sorry, that was so funny.
Yeah, that was very fun.
Kathy is so sweetly being like, oh, so you do this for your friends? And Tatiana's going, no.
Only for business.
Tatiana was, I think, she veered too corporate.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's
absolutely,
kind of
immediately.
Tatiana's vibe, right? I love that Tatiana can't recognize that Corianne did well. Like, the whole episode is edited to show you how well Corianne does, and then Tatiana's talking head is like, it was so bad because every so often she giggled.
She wasn't a boss.
It's like the party at Phil's house when the only people who were doing something interesting got called out as the clear losers by the rest of the contestants.
I didn't expect a Latisse commercial in the middle of this because not eyelash tinting. That's going to change your eye color.
I love, it was your opening quote, Lex, but I love Courtney's, when she doesn't have an answer because she doesn't remember the long lastingness of her product. She was like, I would drink through a straw.
No.
I would say.
Yeah, that's
no. The thing is, you made that reading too nice.
Too nice.
If she had gone
Sure.
cute and quippy with it, it would have worked, I think. I think we should be like, oh, when you're out, you got to drink through a straw. Like, she could have done it in a cute way, except Courtney can't do anything in a cute way.
No.
She's like, drink through a straw, bitch.
But
I don't know what
make
to do.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your first lip? Rita, shut up.
I guess you'll be drinking through a straw after I'm done with your face.
The most off-putting she's been so far.
Also,
Miss
she
Makeup.
puts nothing on Tatiana.
Nothing. When we see those
That's
photos at
sophisticated.
the end, when we see their beauty shots, I was like, there is nothing. Was this sabotage from Courtney? Because there is nothing on Tatiana's face
Also, that was some nothing modeling from Tatiana, too.
to match the makeup.
Well, it also felt like all of them got 2 frames.
Yes.
Because the photo is an afterthought. The photo means nothing.
Massimo could only be there for so long. He needs to get back to where he lives.
I can't believe Massimo is still here. Said with affection, the cockroach of America's Next Top Model, because he outlasts everything.
He must have another job, right? He must have like another job on
His
Top Model.
job is squatting at his house so he doesn't get kicked out again. That's a full-time job. All right, anyways, the winner, obviously, Corianne.
I know. I love that they said it was a tough decision.
We
Well,
saw it.
Also, the pics there. Rita is leaning on a screen.
Again,
Which-
she loves doing that.
She loves the screen lean. And for no reason, they only are currently showing the photos of India and Corianne. Then they announce Corianne the winner. And then, I mean, minutes later in the episode, they take away India's picture to just show Corianne. And I'm like, why do any of this?
They were on break. The person who was supposed to click the next slide of the PowerPoint was on a break.
It also made it look like they didn't review Tatiana and Courtney's at all. We
Because they
never
sucked. Because they
them.
both sucked. In
We
their
did. We saw them for a red hot second.
It's so funny. And then this is, if I may, this is
Yes.
one of my favorite things ever because I truly heard a Rimmel's worth of makeup.
Yeah, they get an entire Rimmel's worth.
A Rimmel's worth. And then Rita says, and a secret bonus prize. And then Corianne also gets to pick a friend, and she does one of the smartest, realest things that's ever happened, where she's like, can I know what the prize is before I pick an additional person? And Rita's like, nuh-uh. And then she's like, well, I guess India, she was my partner. Because she was like, depending on what this is.
I don't want to go to Universal with Courtney.
I don't want to get on a commercial flight.
It's a surprise.
If it's another amusement park, she's just like, you know what? I won't go. We'll let Courtney go again.
It's so funny to have them try to generate excitement to open a big box of makeup when there's an entire room full of the same makeup in the house.
Right?
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
When they get back to the house and they reveal that all their makeup was thrown in these bags and boxes.
Oh, yeah. A pile.
And then it felt like Courtney was trying to play a little prank on Corianne that goes nowhere.
Did Courtney poop on someone's bed?
Honestly, what happened?
She's like, go up to
Where's
your room.
your surprise? Is it on your bed? Are you sure?
And then Corianne goes, I don't think so. And then time shifts.
Yes.
Who knows when this next thing happens, because it couldn't have possibly been right afterwards.
All I know is that Corianne just got out of the shower.
But it honestly, if you told me this happened after the next elimination and they just brought a model back so that they could film this properly, I would believe you.
Yes, and it was dark outside. We know that.
So the extra prize is a mom visit. Thank God Courtney was not a part of this prize.
So they get a Rita alert, though, and I wish they'd brought back the top model staple of Rita just going, ding dong.
Love.
But, of course, top model hates itself now. And they go so slowly to this door. They're so terrified. I'm like, it's not going to be bad.
This was the read alert that really baffled me. Because I was like, how did she do a million takes with all of the names interchanged?
But
how did they do this?
Because it's her clothes from later.
I know.
It's so weird.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the names.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wild.
Shenanigans.
I wish she'd done that thing that TV series used to do where they covered the names before the Super Bowl winners and then they'd add it in later. Everyone, I need Corianne and or India to go to the door.
Corianne and India.
To go to the door.
You knew that was... Go up to your bed.
And so they're not ready. They're totally ready to go to bed.
Yes. The flight went longer than they expected. There was a big delay.
That's the other thing about this mom's visit. How long was this? Like 42 minutes? Like the length of the episode?
That's how long Corianne's mother wanted the visit to last.
I'm going to give it up to Colleen, India's mom, who seemed very cute. I don't know that I've ever seen a mother and daughter be more white.
How many times have they had to give a fucking tour of this house?
Seriously. Also, Colleen has never watched Top Model before.
No, I don't know if Colleen knows what a model is.
Well, India now has lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because she apparently basically moved out when she was 16, or at least got a car and started modeling, and says that her mom doesn't know that she models /
doesn't know what her
aware.
life is like.
Well, that's because Colleen Gant has a real big lady job. I could find more information about India's mother than I could about supermodel Stephanie Roberts.
Wow.
India's mother works at a company that seems to specialize in transportation, like services for Oregon, and it's very much about supporting policy and environmental situations and problems and addressing those. And so she seems to do a real big job. And then Stephanie Roberts, you can't find barely anything on.
Really?
Can I say one cool thing about Colleen as well?
Yeah.
When you look her up, the main thing you'll get is her team page. You know how companies have our
Yeah.
team. And she's got a full Sears glamour shot, which we love. And then she's got a vision statement for anti-racism that I thought was pretty well worded. And I, you just never know what to expect with stuff like that. And it made me really happy.
Yeah. She seems great.
I enjoyed their constant, gentle high-fiving.
Yes.
And honestly, I think maybe my favorite moment of the episode, and it's in one of my top moments of the cycle, is when India calls her mom over to watch her weird video.
Yep.
And they watch it, and then Colleen goes, "Okay, so where are the rest of them? Where's you guys?"
Yep.
It was so cute. It was
And
so nice.
Courtney has to explain, that's not how it works, Colleen.
Yeah, they have to explain digital art to them, which is really funny.
Stephanie Roberts, like I said, couldn't find a lot on her, other than she did, but basically you can find it on Fashion Model Directory, kind of a directory on her, and she was a model in the 90s.
I mean, we've seen a ton of pictures.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know she was a model, but the only kind of thing I could really find was in the Daily Bruin, because Corey Ann went to UCLA, and it was about her being a model and following in her mom's footsteps. And there was this kind of strange quote that is framed in a way to make it less strange, but I think with the context of this episode, Corey Ann's mom, when she moved to LA, Corey Ann was already planning on being a model. And her mom would not drive her to any auditions or go-sees or shoots, and basically was like, well, I did it on my own, so I have to give her encouragement. But it's very indicative, I think, in the way that they interact, where it seems like Corey Ann's mother is more of like a mentor
Yes.
than like a parent.
I was struck by that dichotomy because I thought the modeling advice she gave was really great, really on point, really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then to follow it up with the sentence, I found this so telling. Everything's fine and the place looks great, all right?
The place looks great was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What was your take on that?
Well, I mean, Corey Ann has said before that her mother is living with her.
Yeah.
So I guess like you could take it in sort of a house sitter way, but it made me feel like there was an implication that her mom had had some experience being unhomed, and that this was something that was a concern perhaps when she moved in with Corey Ann.
Yeah.
It's very like, it almost felt like Corey Ann's prize was actually like a one-on-one business meeting with the model rather than with her mother.
Well, the body language is really interesting too. Her mom has a very like sort of slouchy, chill vibe, and their physical relationship really was non-existent.
Yeah.
To my eyes.
It's very detached.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do think, though, that from my read, I think Corey Ann got some closure.
I think so.
It felt like she got to say some things that she had never gotten to say before. And I think her mom did say something like, I think being here is good for you. And I'm like, I do too.
It didn't feel unhealthy. It just feels like
Right.
they just don't have that relationship.
Yeah, no, I felt like you saw the limitations of the relationship, but nobody was being cruel
No.
or unfeeling or anything like that. It was just a very sort of matter-of-fact presentation of a limited relationship.
Yeah, I think I would argue she probably has more of a parent-child relationship with her father, and I think that was clear when she opened
the
her
note.
mail and the note, and
Oh, yeah.
like that she's getting that relationship from her father
Yeah.
that she just doesn't have with her mother.
But it wasn't really like it was. It's so strange to find on Late Stage Top Model this sort of portrait of a sort of bittersweet relationship where everyone is trying their best.
Yeah.
But you know who loved her? Colleen. Colleen leaving like, your mom's so sweet. Bye. I'm like, what time is it? Is it midnight? Where are they going?
Back on the plane. Right back to the West Coast.
I'm sorry. We've had so many parental visits. This one was both everything and nothing. Like, it was important to the narrative of Corey Ann, but also They didn't do anything.
They were on a layover of 2 hours, and they had to get back to JFK.
They didn't even eat dinner with them.
Nothing.
Also very strange at this point in the competition to bring in 2 out of 4 parental figures, because I feel like if you do it earlier in the cycle, there's lots of people to get emotional. Or if you are going to do it this late in the cycle, everyone gets a person.
No. So they head to Cinema World Studios for their commercial shoot for Rimmel Scandalize Waterproof Mascara and Kohl Liner. And listeners, this is sadly the last captions crunch of the show. They misspelled Kohl, Khol, instead of Kohl.
Oh, yeah, and famously, we have a store named that. Come on. Pour one out for Captions Crunch.
I'll miss Captions Crunch.
That was a segment that we didn't know would bring us so much joy. Mm-hmm. And we got to do it through so many different platforms. And now in an all-digital world, we're not going to have them.
On theme for that, Cinema World Studios is listed as permanently closed on Google.
Hell yeah.
But their website still exists. And they let you know that Cinema World Studios is the only worldwide medical scene designer, advisor, and equipment supplier dealing exclusively with motion picture, television, commercial, and the music video industry. They are very proud of their medical accreditation and supplies. They have nurses on their research team to make sure everything is like,
cool.
I mean, not anymore. They're closed.
Yeah.
But
or I wonder if, you know what's happened though? Sometimes the location closes,
yeah,
but
maybe.
the business still exists. Because I've worked for a company that during the pandemic went all D2C.
Sure.
And like they were listed as permanently closed, and we were like, can we just get off Google?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you have to apply. So if you never apply, you're just permanently closed, even if the business exists.
I just know that their website has 2024 in the footer. And their address there links to the permanently closed. So I don't know. But they've done like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Can I ask a general vibe question about the episode that I meant to bring up a couple of scenes ago? Did this whole episode feel sleepy to the two of you? I felt the energy of this episode was very like, well, still doing it.
It was a lot of dark lighting.
Yeah.
That I found effective in a bad way.
Soothing in the worst possible way.
I forgot to bring up something about Cinema World Studios. That sleepy, maybe you can sleep in one of these rooms. Cinema World Studios offers clients the unique opportunity to create their haven within any of its exceptionally variant and creatively designed dressing rooms. Each is distinct in design, style, and mood. Our themed dressing rooms run the gamut in periods from the medieval age to the days of the Titanic. The nostalgia of a 1940s New York City subway car to the open air of the Southwest, from the tropics of Tahiti to mystical Japan, both complete with jacuzzis, a first in the industry.
Do they not think that Japan's real?
Is this a weird boutique hotel? I actually want a tour now. I would love to see these dressing rooms.
A themed dressing room. You could probably sleep in one of them.
Drew Elliott is here. This will be the least he talks on a shoot ever, but he does let them know they will be showcasing the products in the rain, and he forces out the line, "I hope you brought your ANTM game."
Boo. It's reminiscent of when they do the real commercial in the Mr. J days, and Mr. J has the least to do because it's a real thing. Because this all felt so real.
Yes, I loved seeing the process stuff behind this.
Me too.
When they brought out the chin rest, I was like, "This is fascinating. I want to see so much more about this."
The difficulties that everyone had doing an extreme close up on their eye, I was riveted.
Mm-hmm. Also, we meet Rita's friend. Nope, it's her sister, Elena Ora.
Great name.
Who is also her manager.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter, because Elena Ora is more famous for a crazy little story that is also Podleadum lore. In 2014, Franco Carrozzini was dating Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
What a pair.
And he took her to a cafe. Then 5 days later, he was with Elena Ora at the same cafe. And there is weird pictures, I will say. There's a picture of Franco Carazzini, like, pinching Lana Del Rey's cheek. And then he seems to do the same thing
That
to
feels like
Elena
a really good way to
Ora.
lose a hand.
Right? And then, okay, this Daily Mail we know is garbage, right? But especially garbage because they say that he was wearing the same blue shirt. With Lana Del Rey, he is clearly wearing a sweater. And with Elena Ora, he is wearing a denim button-down.
Rude.
And they're like, the same blue shirt? I guess he didn't have time. What are you talking about? There's also a disgusting picture of Franco Carazzini and Lana Del Rey making out at a cafe table. And then she broke up with him later.
Great.
So she's a homewrecker. No, I'm kidding. They were clearly friends.
That's so funny. The main thing that I looked up is she's one of those folks who has been on a lot more shows as just herself.
Oh.
And I finally figured out the name of a show that I see clips of online all the time. Gogglebox.
Oh, uh-huh.
Mhm.
Where it originally was just the most opinionated TV viewers watch clips and then discuss. And you'll see these and you don't know what show it's from, but it's basically a scene from a TV show and then viewers at home talking about it while they're watching with a group of people.
With very
And then she was
regional
on
accents.
the,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then she was on the celebrity version. And I love that there's a show called Celebrity Gogglebox. It sounds like nothing.
There is actually a Gogglebox clip that John Oliver showed on an episode that my husband and I quote to each other constantly. Very
great.
random.
Wait, what was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, we say it all the time. It's this older couple talking about Brexit. And the man is like, it's like it says on that mug, same shit, different day. And then the wife is like, oh, I don't like you swearing. And he goes, that's not me. It's what it says on the mug, Mary. Don't blame me. Blame the mug. My husband and I say that to each other all the time.
Don't blame me, blame the bug.
Yes.
That's amazing.
But Elena's here so that Rita can have someone they can bounce, get the London look.
They
Back
have the
and
exact
forth.
same voice, by the way. If you
They
closed your
have
eyes,
the same voice.
In a season of chokers, Rita is wearing a choker that looks like she went to a club that decided to do neck bands instead of wristbands.
Yeah.
But Rita is also going to have for me her best moment of the series.
Yeah. This was fun.
Because they do the get the London look for Elena and Rita. Courtney goes last. Does it very aggressively. Rita is scared, and apparently Rita's move when scared is to protect her tits.
Oh!
Because she's got one hand directly over each boob, cupped, fully to protect. It was so automatic and so funny. I died.
Or did Rita get so fucking turned on that her nipples just popped her shirt buttons up?
Then I love at the end after they, because I like them practicing the line.
Yeah.
Yes. Why
Smart.
did Corianne do an accent, though?
I think she was literally like, "Oh, it's gonna be a British. It's a British commercial."
They said the London look.
Yeah. But I love that this is a return to Easy Breezy Beautiful by Get the London Look. I love this. This is so close to what I used to love about the commercial things. And then Elena, at the end, offers advice of, if you're scared, don't. Have you ever thought about not being worried?
I really feel like we got, in traditional CoverGirl fashion, we were really missed out on some amazing copy. So let me tell you about Rimmel London Scandalized Waterproof Mascara.
Please do.
So big, so fast. Rimmel Scandalized Mascara has our biggest brush ever. The Max Density brush is 50% larger and covers the whole lash line to quickly reveal and plump even shy, unnoticeable lashes in one simple stroke. The waterproof mascara captures and coats each and every lash to add a lot of volume.
I have shy lashes, and I thought that was very insensitive.
Thank you. And then about Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal Eyeliner. How to apply. Step 1. fake 8 hours of sleep by using Scandalized waterproof Kohl Kajal in nude on the waterline to open the eyes, making them look bigger and more awake. Step 2. Finish the look with Wonderlash Lift Me Up Mascara. Its exclusive formula with vitamins and cucumber extract helps eyes look energized and revitalized throughout the day. How do you have a Kohl mascara in nude?
It's a great question.
Oh, I love a return to silly product names.
I
and
love
silly
makeup copy.
I love Scandalize, y'all. Scandalize is so stupid. It's so good. We meet the director, Stephen Murashige.
All business.
Yes.
Yep.
Not here for television. Here
But
to make a
very gentle.
commercial. Yeah.
Mhm. Whenever one of the contestants would ask a very innocent, practical question, the show tried to make it look like they were being stupid in a way that the director did not support, which
No.
I appreciated.
Yeah. The only notable thing I found about Stephen Murashige, he's all business, even on his bio, is together, Murashige and Oishii have collaborated on music videos for Rage Against the Machine and Incubus,
Cool.
promos for both NFL Network and Nicktoons, and campaigns for Ross.
Nice.
Less for less.
That's one heck of a range.
Right?
Yeah.
My goodness, from NFL to, what did you say, Nickelodeon? Nicktoons?
Nicktoons.
Wow. I loved that this was very clearly divided into about 3 or 4 distinct sections.
Mhm.
We got to see everyone do each individual section, and that each section also had a little bit of a different skill
Yeah.
involved.
It is so funny to watch an actual professional commercial shoot, particularly after the in reverse video
Uh-huh.
and all of the 2-take nonsense, 1-take, 2-take nonsense.
And a wild what's so funny is this still has some one-takeness to it because they're gonna get rained on artificially.
So they can't keep, yeah.
And so after you do the dancing part, you only got so many takes left in you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that chin rest and having to use your left hand to apply eye makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So fascinating. And I love that we actually got them talking about it a lot. We got them talking about it. Corianne later talks about how she thought Courtney did the best job at that part.
Mm-hmm. I thought Tatiana threw herself into the dancing more than I thought she would.
I agree.
I thought she really went for it.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, on the other hand, can't smile because she delivers a good joke, terribly.
It was a good joke.
And she knew it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the delivery was awful.
Yes.
When she said, there are thousands of girls who suffer from RBF, so have some sympathy.
My bigger problem, though, even with the deadpan delivery, was then she immediately is like, I know I just said it was a joke, but honestly, I've had it way harder because of that. And I was like, babe, you can't make the joke and then say that 13 seconds later.
But also, resting bitch face does not mean that you cannot smile.
No.
And I hate telling women to smile
you don't
more.
naturally do it when you're resting.
Right. But, like, I'm not saying, I hate telling women to smile more, but, like, you're in a makeup commercial. You need to have...
Well, the director was telling her to smile, so I think it's okay in this one instance. India is wearing the most JW-coded outfit of all time. I wanted every piece of what India was wearing. It is it's so bad. I know it's ugly, but I love a clear plastic jacket with neon accents. I love it.
Of course.
It's the lucite of coats.
Yeah, exactly. Wearable lucite? What a dream.
We have seen India on set before, where it's clear that she does well, but you can't tell how well she did.
Yeah.
Here, she does so much better than everyone else.
Putting the makeup on, I thought she did the best.
The dancing. She really is a rain pro.
Yeah.
I love that she said that being from Seattle, she's used to it. That was cute, too.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing the storyline that we don't know what Continuing the storyline that we don't know what Corianne's hair journey has been on the show. At one point, it looks like they pinned a wig to the back of her head.
Oh.
It's like not her fault, but like they don't know what to do with Corianne's makeover sometimes.
And it's about to get wet, too, which is...
Yeah.
Also, Drew hates Corianne now?
Yeah, why?
I was so surprised at the feedback, and we'll talk about it more when we get to panel, but I thought Corey ended pretty good. Like,
I did too.
it was weird how much they tried to make her look like she was the worst.
Spoiler alert, she was my second place.
Mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the house, Tatiana lies through her teeth when talking to Courtney.
And can anyone conjugate accepting in more ways than Tatiana? Accepting, acceptance, acceptivity. I was like, well, what are we doing?
She lies, but she also tells the truth when
Yeah.
she says, the thing is, Courtney, you need to learn to accept feedback, and I need to learn to deal with bad people like you.
I need to have the grace to deal with assholes.
Sounds like we both got a lot to learn.
Also, when she said, but I think she's cool, that came from somewhere else, right? That was not part of this statement.
They all do seem to have softened on Courtney.
Sure.
Yeah.
In a, signing yearbooks, end of school kind of way.
I don't think that Tatiana hates Courtney because
No.
you'd have to love Courtney to hate her.
I also think that Courtney's better without the twins.
Yeah.
I think the twins and her just never meshed, and that energy was just, the whole house was just suffering for it. I love, when we go to panel, Tatiana is wearing what I call the second outfit that the doll gets, because it's this pink skirt with a black top, and I'm like, that's the secondary outfit your doll
Yes.
gets when it gets a second outfit. It's the fun, simple outfit.
I'm so scared to say this. I don't love it on her. It's not right for the panel room. I love Rita Ora's dress. I would wear that dress.
I honestly liked it. I didn't even mind it for panel.
It was
Whatever.
fine. It was just, this is where I realized that when the Rita alerts had taken place, because the strap was very distinctive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, as the only person who watched the recap, these are the outfits from the recap talking heads. So they
Oh.
filmed all their like.
Rita has a busy day.
Well, also, I didn't talk about it. Drew Elliott in his little recap section comes off as a full fucking asshole.
Oh,
in his-
no.
I'll be honest, and it'll be part of Courtney's where is she now kind of thing. But a lot of the interview, there's a very different tone for the people who got the Law Roach post-show interview and the Drew Elliott ones. And a lot of it's, honestly, I'm coming out of this cycle with I don't dislike any of the judges, actually. But Drew's my least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of outfits, though, we also have to talk about Ashley Graham and these shoulder cutouts, because this placed you in such a specific time when these shoulder cutouts and sweaters were everything.
I still like them. I like shoulders.
I could show my little dimples. I like when you take something like a sweater, right? And you make it completely impractical.
Mhm.
I love that. That's
Fashion.
the trash California part of me. Is like, I want to be like, ooh, comfy, cozy, but it's still hot as balls.
Yeah. I thought Ashley's makeup looked really good.
Yeah.
I thought Rita's makeup looked terrible,
Mm-hmm.
which was
is a
awkward
shame
for the
this.
Rimmel episode.
Yeah. Tatiana is first, and we already talked about the outfit. This skirt is hideous, but also her hair is looking rough.
I wonder if this was a rain
Rain
thing.
issue. Yeah.
Also wearing fully a 3-inch wide choker.
What
Oh,
is-
this was more of a turtleneck at this point.
Reminded me of the cloth headbands I used to wear in elementary
Yes.
school, just round the neck.
Yep.
Her dancing is good.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. I really liked it.
The
That's part of the ad.
The first half was so disengaged.
We saw it felt like hers was shorter than everyone else's.
I don't think they had
Yeah.
footage that they could use.
Yeah, it was. I really liked watching these commercials because they edited each of them almost the exact same way, so you could really see a comparison, which we never get in commercials in Top Model because they always try to make kind of the best version of the
Yeah.
commercial. With this, they were like, no, we have only these 4 shots.
I do think the concept is really funny that this woman goes into a phone booth with no mirrors to redo her makeup. And the shot of all of them pulling it out of the bag was my favorite because it looks so awkward and silly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they're putting on the makeup to then go in the rain?
Yeah, because it's waterproof.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's just like, Just do it
But just to
outside.
dance
then.
in the rain, like no one else is there. Who is
Yeah.
this for? Just for you. You got to put that mascara on and then go dance
Yeah,
in the
she's
rain.
not comfortable dancing in the rain with a nude eye.
With a shy lash.
The shy lash.
I want to talk about Ashley's because the judges are disagreeing this episode.
Mhm.
Yes, they
And-
are.
Ashley is everyone's champion.
Yes, she
Including-
sure is.
Courtney's.
They told
And-
her, you can't be a shithead on this episode, Ashley. You gotta be nice.
And she said that Tatiana, because they're doing this, Tatiana's narrative that's been going on for a couple episodes is maybe you're just commercial
Mhm.
and editorial's not going to happen, even though I would argue this is commercial.
That's what I would
Yeah.
argue too.
And Ashley then says, well, you can be commercial here and then leave here and practice to be editorial there. And I'm like, what do you
Where?
mean? Also, that doesn't help Tatiana today.
Oh, the places you'll go.
Yeah, but I agree. It's weird to be like, maybe you're just commercial, even though this commercial sucked ass.
So odd. Such odd feedback.
Corianne is next. And I thought her character was so cool. There was this
Yeah.
mischief that I liked. Now, the application was really janky.
Mm.
Yeah.
But her shots going into the phone booth, I thought were the
Yes.
best.
I also liked her, like, everyone kind of does this staring out of the phone booth kind of moment.
Mhm.
She looked.
Yeah, and I thought hers and India's were the best of those as well.
Mhm. I thought the dance was really playful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The tagline wasn't great.
It was weak.
but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
either. It was
unusable.
fine.
They caked on the blush and the
Ooh.
highlighter to her. She has, like, a spot on her cheek.
I was really wondering about the application of the makeup for this ad because they spend a lot of time telling Tatiana that she might not have the face for a makeup campaign. But then the makeup was so much more poorly applied to the two women of color
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
than it was to the white women.
And also, I'm sorry, that has been true of Tatiana throughout most of this.
Yeah.
It feels like Tatiana never gets a fair shake to take makeup well because they never try to put makeup on her well.
Yes.
I'll argue, though, the blue eyeshadow she puts on her face is also not good. So
I'm just saying,
I'm not
in
disagreeing
panel, her
with-
makeup is always better. Than
it is
those.
better. It is. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking blue eyeliner look she does. India's next.
And comes up to watch her winning commercial.
Yep.
That the kicking the door open from the booth and staring directly
Oh
at camera
my
and then
God.
jumping while still looking directly at camera was immaculate.
Yep.
The only part, there were two parts I didn't like. I didn't like her coming to the phone booth. I didn't think that was that great.
Her weakest, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there was a weird, second after her line that should have been edited out. But other than that, it was so good.
One of the best tagline deliveries I think we've seen on the show.
Yeah.
Just absolutely nailed it and looks
So,
So-
good.
stunning.
Despite the fact that she also ended up looking the wettest.
Yes.
Yes.
She looked drowned by the end of it. She got the worst of the storm.
Courtney's next. Her
I would say a
commercial.
positive thing.
Mhm.
I thought that Courtney's, intentional or not, did have a narrative where she was not having it with the rain.
Mhm.
Came in, put the makeup on, and then was singing in the rain.
She smiled more in the rain than I thought she was going to from the footage that we saw.
Different take. This commercial was so slow and creepy.
It was slow.
It was very slow.
It was very Last Night in Soho, but spoiler, she was the killer. Gender swapped American Psycho when she directly looked at the camera.
Oh, American Psycho 2, starring Mila Kunis.
For me, it really was the tagline. It was so funny that they went so hard on Corianne for the tagline because Courtney's tagline, when she clearly did not know what to do with her face, so it just ends up looking like she is about to projectile vomit.
Get the London look. Get it. You know your friend who's in the bathroom already is trying not to vomit, so they're like, get the... You got this, Courtney. Get the look.
And then Ashley Graham! I don't hate you. I loved how flat it was.
I want you to remember that I, Ashley Graham, thought you, Courtney, were amazing on this day in the year of our Lord, 2017. Let it be known.
Your lack of personality and the fact that you couldn't deliver anything like a normal human, that was fashion to me,
Fashion,
Ashley
baby.
Graham.
I also love that Rita starts by saying, well, maybe they didn't like it. And Rita was like, we didn't say we didn't like it. And then Rita explains why she didn't like it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it wasn't good.
And then Rita says that they all bounced back. What?
She's trying so hard to make it not obvious who's going home. And also that they're like, this top 4, they did it.
But also they were bad at some point. All of them.
I think they're obliquely referring to the weird video. The in reverse weird video, because nobody did well.
Oh.
I don't think that was on the models, though.
No.
This top 4, I realized, reminded me of the top 4 of Cycle 6, where Tall and Mall Sarah was still there. And we're just like, just get to her elimination.
Set her free.
Because in this, I honestly, I thought before I watched the episode that Courtney was 3rd. I totally forgot that she was 4th place. But by the time you get to this, you're just like, let Courtney go.
Well, when in private,
She's tired.
When they're backstage during private panel, she's just shaking like a tiny dog because she's so sad.
well, it's almost like she can hear the judges when they say she's definitely a model. Ugh.
A good one. A good one.
I did like the group hug. I mean, it's
I did
probably
too.
especially easy for the top 3, knowing that they're not going to be eliminated.
Was this Tatiana's first group hug ever? She seemed to say,
Mhm.
I've never done this before. Hug a person?
We just don't do it in business settings. She was like, how about a group handshake?
I've been told I can give a side hug or a nice compliment.
I love the idea.
I don't want to make the employees uncomfortable.
You mean your friends?
I'm the employee. I'm the only employee, and I don't want to make me uncomfortable.
I love the idea of Tatiana having HR meetings with herself.
She would.
She's only HR and the head of the company. She is not the brand ambassador.
Yeah, exactly. The one person she has to hire.
She gets together with herself in HR to talk shit about the brand ambassador.
When everyone else was a child and having tea parties with their stuffed animals, Tatiana was having board meetings.
Really getting into product development with the stuffed animals.
Well, Princess Tinklewinkle, it looks like we're ahead of this corner.
She gives the little doll a handshake. They had their own beds. They have a great work-life balance. They have their own room.
Tatiana, when she doesn't play with one of her stuffed animals, she gives it a day of PTO.
The one that sleeps in my bed with me is employee of the month.
But I can't show favoritism. Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is when I saw the bottom of Rita's dress, and I thought it was hideous.
I liked it. I would wear it. I think it's too big for her. It's too long on her.
I was
is
about to
too
say, I
long.
think it's too long on her.
Mm-hmm.
India's first because, of course, she is. And this is where I realized that India has won every single video.
I mean, she's just a motion commercial gal. She
And
really
this
is. She's
is where
great
I
at it.
realized that India's hair is now the color of dishwater.
Yup.
There's actual pieces that are so clearly green that it looks like that was part of the
Yes.
thing.
I think they're pretending it is. Tatiana is next. How?
I don't know.
Not
How?
giving Corian second plate is ridiculous.
Wild. But it does give us some more math. I went from 1 in like 28 to 1 in 3.
Well, but also, now we're getting talking head confessionals with Tatiana wearing a makeover hat. What's going
What's
on?
happening?
When did this happen?
So Corianne v. Courtney in the bottom. Courtney is not versatile, and Corianne had a bad tagline. Corey Ann stays, obviously.
Yeah.
They finally sent Courtney up to the farm upstate.
And we do the little recap of the portfolio, as we always do, and it just made me realize how long Courtney had been struggling for.
Oh.
Because those early photos are just so much better.
Yeah. Also, Courtney doesn't say a word.
She's just crying.
Yeah.
She definitely doesn't say anything to Rita. She kind of collects herself for the other contestants, which I thought was nice. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, I thought she was third for some reason. In my head, because she's fitting the villain archetype,
Yes.
I feel like that person slots into third very
The
nicely.
new villain is Tatiana.
Yeah,
At this
apparently.
point.
Her name is Courtney Paige Nelson, and that's what she professionally goes by now. So there was another Paige in the house, so maybe her name wasn't Courtney, and Paige got Paige. There's a big update. It's an interesting one. After the show, she signed with JE Model Management in San Francisco, and she was in Faces, Vulcan, Damage, Basic, Jute, Institute Cake, Hunger. She modeled for Nika Tang, Scorpio Jen, Samantha Ing, BeautyCon, NARS, NYX, and
NARS.
KKW Beauty. And she was also featured in a campaign for Tatiana's brand, Skin Butter.
That's
She posed-
amazing.
Right? She posed with Tatiana and then also posed with Ryan, who is a Cycle 24 contestant. So
Maybe they really were friends by the end of this.
yeah. She was also in a movie where she played a character named Paige called The Devil's Triangle.
Ooh. It's isosceles.
So on Instagram, she's Courtney Paige Nelson, over 130,000 followers, Los Angeles, artist, songwriter, which we'll get to in a second, and also lists herself as a live streamer on TikTok, and she's got a lot of followers on TikTok as well. I couldn't find so much of the live streaming as much as the music, so that might be a little dated, even though it's still in her bio, and her management is Danny Thompson Music. So she's mostly retired from modeling to pursue a career in electropop music.
Whoa.
She first released a cover of the Nine Inch Nails song Hurt in 2018, which I think we should end by showing a clip of. It's very good. Her first official single was Saved Myself, released in 2020. And in 2022, she got her first big label cut with DJ More Kismet for the song See You Go. And then the song Sick For You was with Brazil DJ S, which at the time had over 1 million plays on Spotify, but doesn't seem to be available anymore. I had a hard time finding it. And I couldn't find it on YouTube either. She, again, is represented by Danny Thompson Music, and she released her most recent single only 4 months ago from the recording of this episode. So this is a very active career. She also is the founder of a nonprofit called Beneath the Beautiful, which was created to help children from low-income families afford surgeries.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. We'll do a little bit of her where they now interview from Drew Elliott. She got a Drew Elliott interview. And then I think we should listen to a little bit of her Hurt cover. Her hair is fully pink. And she's also covering it with a hat. And she claims that part of the reason she maybe acted the way that she was portrayed on the show is she was going through a big breakup right before she started the show. And I'll say this. And of course, if you watch or listen to her interview on YouTube yourselves, listener, you might have a different take. She was very excuse heavy for a lot of the things she said and did. She said the only people she didn't get along with were the twins and a little bit Marissa at the beginning. She doesn't consider herself a villain, and she uses the term quirkiness a lot to kind of describe how other people were interacting with her. It was a lot of, well, they were getting used to my quirkiness. Now, look, she's now an electropop singer, so maybe. But, like...
Sure.
And then, sassy little twink Drew Elliott. He asks some question. It does not matter what it is. And she goes, oh, I have an explanation for that. And he goes, you always do. To her face.
For like the third time, though. It's not anything he hadn't said to her face already.
Yeah, seriously. He yelled
And
at her about it.
hilariously, you know how all of the other contestants had that like list of questions? Who is the mom of the house? Who should win? She doesn't get any of those because the answers are always Courtney. So how are you even going to ask her? So let's listen to a little bit of her 9 Inch Nails cover.
I remember everything.
Courtney was wild.
This outfit is killing me.
Everyone I know.
A pretty good voice, though.
Yeah.
She can sing. She can
Yeah.
definitely sing. She made the song sound like it had no melody.
Yes. Well, never change, Courtney, I guess. You were the same going in as coming out.
Not someone who it is easy to wrap your arms around.
Yeah, it is interesting how many of the contestants, Cody, Tatiana, I feel like Paige, a lot of people also talked about how Courtney was more confounding than
Yeah.
villainous. And I do
Mhm.
think that's kind of our experience with her as a contestant
Mhm.
as well.
As Twiggy might say, spiky,
Prickly.
prickly.
Yeah, I don't know, because she had moments where I liked her and I kind of liked the vibe. And I think I remember her look
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
so
Yeah.
distinctly.
I could see myself hanging out with Courtney as a friend of a friend.
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine ever needing to share a space with her for longer than a bar's worth of time.
Yeah, I feel like this is a person you could have a story about talking to
Mm-hmm.
at a party that you would
Mm.
tell somebody else about.
Uh-huh.
But I do think the energy vampire label stands.
Yeah.
And also, it was so telling in this episode for her to kind of go out on this good joke with terrible delivery, because I think that kind of summed up how she must have been in the house, where I think she thought, oh, I'm being fun and quirky, and people are like, whoa,
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, and unfortunately, her modeling just didn't get better.
No, she really plateaued.
Yeah, it's so funny. I feel like she was also, and we talked about it in some episodes, she probably should have been cut a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like because they were so enchanted, and this happens on Top Model, like you're so enchanted by a face and a look and some initial photography
Mhm.
that you're just like, oh, we really wanted you to be the winner.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, as I've said, especially this season, she was in the model contestant camp as opposed to the reality TV contestant camp. And I think they just dragged her on longer than she should have been because they thought of her as a model as opposed to TV. And so they weren't as ready to let her go, I think.
I think if she had like 5% more self-awareness, she would be more fun to be around.
Uh-huh. Because I think there's a coolness in her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But woof. The delivery is always bad.
Yeah, for real.
But if you think our delivery is always great, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can leave us a review on Apple Music, iTunes, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
or stars
Stars,
on
please.
Spotify. You can join the Lead'em Pod or the Discord. You can also reach out to us at podleadem.com or send us an email directly at podleadem@gmail.com. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm just lurking away on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Instagram at JW_Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadem. How many times have I said it in this span of 2 minutes? A lot. Hashtag PodLeadem anytime you talk about us. We want to know the secrets.
Spicy secrets.
Little birds, little spiders. So for PodLeadem, I've been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg,
And I'm JW Crump.
and we'll see you on top.
PodLeadem is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.